follow the motorbike. Well, you got to make the best of a cuck situation. And I am certainly enjoying flying past all these cars. Let's go, motorbike. This is the orange road that I'm on. It's not even a red road. Imagine what they look like. There's a highway just over here that runs parallel with this road. And what a relief it is. Well, I just dropped my phone and the screen cracked. It's not too bad, just along the bottom and along the sides, but it's still functionable. Let's just follow the motorbikes. Start to focus a lot more as there is a lot more trucks in this area. Sorry that you guys have to see all of this traffic and chaos, but that's what it is, eh? I said I was going to show everything, and this is it, you know. I'm pretty sure it will clear up later on in the day when I pass through most of it. Oh yes, a little bit of R&R is needed. Let's head back to the road and finish this off. That was the interchange that would take you over to the island across that 23-kilometer bridge. Come to think of it, I should have put in the extra miles and went that way. Judging by the amount of traffic in this area, it's a lot less. It basically comes to an end there, and then it crosses over a little bridge. Oh, there's my way. And it is definitely restricted. I am so happy that is over, and I really hope this way starts to become a very pleasant road. I guess I woke them up. Hey boys, that fast food's gonna make you sick. I don't want to stop here. They'll probably take my bike to pieces. Oh, they want to see what's this funny looking motorbike. What's this white-skinned blonde head fella doing? Let's go see what breakfast they got. So we're gonna have some egg for breakfast. 1.9 meter limit. Much better, eh? Much better. This is all thick mangroves. And on my left I've got this river, and then some palm trees in the distance. Actually, it looks like coconut trees. Good morning, Malaysia. Now that chaos is all past, I can actually say good morning and start the day. I started at 7 o'clock this morning. It is now 10 o'clock and I've covered 40 kilometers. Yeah, so it's been quite hectic. It's never nice to start off a day like that. It's the complete opposite of how you would want to start the day. Yeah. Taking a little longer way around. I've branched off from my master route. I just need to go through this section a bit and clear my mind. You know, I don't want to continue through the day and you just want to blast through it all, and then you end up just not being interested in stopping and smelling the flowers. So before I even get to that point, I will come out here, take the long way around, and yeah, smell the flowers. There's a monitor lizard in there. Now these rivers are pitch black, black as coffee, and I tell you, it smells horrendous. It smells just like sulfur. You know, it's kind of taking your breath away. And they all come together probably at some of these points, and then it flows straight into the ocean. Yeah, so they're carrying, all these rivers are carrying all that garbage from the cities. I mean, they do filter out the plastics, it looks like it, but boy, those plastics, that's the least of the problems. Judging by that smell, there's a lot of chemicals in that. And the funny thing is, each day that passes, my vocabulary and pronunciation just starts to deteriorate each day. Yeah, the hand gestures and smiles, you know, they got their limits. But most of my conversation involves talking into the camera, and yeah, it doesn't talk back. Oh boy. Well, that's my road there. From that beautiful road straight into a landfill area, and they don't just dump your normal rubbish here. They dump in liquid waste, and I'm gonna try and make my way out of this place. I really don't mind crossing areas like that, and I like to see everything, you know, explore everything, see everything. Now I'm sure if I continued, I probably would have made it to a similar jeep track that I was on. I'll just continue down this road, and then when I clear this whole waste area, then I'll just jump back onto that path that I was on. Well, at least the road going to the tip is a lot quieter, so that's a positive thing. Now those eggs that I picked up for breakfast, I decided to feed them to the fish. It seemed like that was a recipe for the deli belly, so I'd rather play it safe and find something else. Well, the water does look a bit more brown in these areas, and it doesn't have that strong sulfuric smell to it. Well, I must say I did have quite a pleasant stay on that island. It was nice to see all of those old buildings and go up that mountain. That was definitely the highlight. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that. At the accommodation where I was staying on the island, there was also a Vietnamese lady, and she was also on holiday, and she could speak pretty good English, so it was very pleasant to have a conversation with her without the usual hand gestures and smiling and pointing. So yeah, that was quite lekker, you know. Spent quite a long time in Vietnam and explored basically the whole country. It was nice to be able to relate to somebody. So that was also lekker. These are all fish farms. Basically, in every single town around the world, you will find that Asian panga fish. It is everywhere. And if you take a look at my map, all that area, that is all fish farms. So in all this area, stretching to the ocean, is just fish farms. I have found and booked accommodation. It's about 60 kilometers away, 65. So now I can just make my way there and take all the smaller, quieter ways. There will be times where I'll have to, unfortunately, get back up onto the highway to cross bridges and such. But I'll try and squeeze in as much of these smaller routes as possible. I think I won't get as good as this, but we'll see. I'll take it as it comes. I just had to say good morning to the cows in English, and they all got up. They've never heard that type of language before. That was my little road that I was on right now. While I can feel my mind start to detox after this morning's rush of chaos, with all that pollution going through that city crossing, I can definitely feel it in the back of my throat, and especially on my lips. I can definitely feel it there. It just feels like blisters are gonna start forming. Got my UV protection skin on, and it has just turned 12 o'clock, and that is not that's not their solar noon. Their solar noon is about 20 past 1. So during those times, those are the times when the sun will just dissolve your flesh. It feels like the sun is a lot hotter here in Malaysia. I think because there isn't that massive density of greenery, and also the wind is from the land, so it gets warmed up. It was a nice cool sea breeze which I was experiencing in Thailand, especially when I was on the east coast, and it was relatively cool. And what makes it seem hotter than usual is it's most likely their dry season, and judging by the average horse, a lot of it is dead, and the fields look like that they've been burnt. They just deep fry it, and yeah, that oil is probably 50 times used, or it's maybe some motor oil that they that they're using. I'm over exaggerating a bit, but you know, you gotta have some fun. But when you're hungry, you know, and you're trying to just ask them, you know, you want food, and even the hand gestures and that, sometimes it just doesn't get through. So I end up just being like, you know, whatever, I'll just find a little shop next to the road and buy some cookies. It's just a bunch of stuff that they just hoy in a pot, and it just cooks the whole day. They just top it up, and it just continues just to to cook day in and day out. Yeah, it's not the same as Thailand. Thailand you can stop anywhere in the backcountry, and they'll have fried noodles, they'll have fried rice, and they will have whatever protein you want with that. But yeah, it's not the same. But so far, obviously in the cities, the bigger places, you'll find all the good foods. But just in majority of the small little towns and the backcountry stores, it's all just slop food. Yeah, it's just this little village at this intersection, and there's nobody there. But it's that time of the day. It can be any time of the day. If they maybe gone away for prayers or something like that, maybe it is so. But it's this whole day you'll find closed places from the morning till the night. It's like they just open randomly, like whenever they feel like opening, then they'll open. There's no fixed schedule. It's just if they've got food, they've got food. If they don't, oh well. Try and go find another place. If you recall from one of my previous videos in Thailand, where there was that guy that had that big 750cc touring scooter, he was touring from Malaysia. He was a Malaysian oak, and he did mention that Thailand is extremely convenient, where they've got places everywhere where you can get something to eat or to rest, sleep over. And he said that in Malaysia it's not that easy, so I'm experiencing that now. Got my Oreo cookies from a Chinese shop. That's lunch. Well, now that my hunger rant is over, having some cookies and a Coke. I need to see if I can find some of that special palm tree water, so I can soak my pedal and cassette in it. I've got some tapping and clicking sounds going on down there. They don't like this funny bicycle. Those two over there, they couldn't even care. They're not even bothered. There they all go running. Whole troop of them. Hello, monkeys. It seems like water is the only thing that stops that creek. So my pedal has had a nice soak, and I rinsed off my gears. So let's check in a few minutes if it was a success. Now, a little bit of a backstory with my pedals. During my planning stages and building this bike up, I bought dual purpose pedals. So on the one side it's your flat pedal for your normal shoes, and then on the other side it's got that clipping mechanism, so you can use your cycling shoes. With those pedals that I bought, they were brand new, and I bought them from a Chinese shop, one of those online websites, and they were great in the beginning, but during the testing phases, as I started using them more, they started to develop a creak, and it got to the point where I was stripping them down daily, trying different oils, trying different thread locks and bearing locks, and I ended up also sanding down the spindle, trying to get that a little bit better. And in the end, that creak never went away. But during those testing periods, when it rained, the creak went away. You know, the creak is gone when it rains. And yeah, I decided not to use those pedals anyway, because that creak would drive me crazy. So I'd use my normal full cycling pedals. And as the days went by in Southeast Asia, somehow that creak just followed me, you know. Different pedals, but that creak just came and visited me. And I went to a bike shop. The guy serviced the pedal, and it was great for a few days, and then the creak came back again. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to soak them in water. So basically that's what I've been doing. Every time the creek comes, I just soak them in water, and the water that I can find is mainly just these little streams next to the road, these little dikes. And that works. So yeah, mind-boggling, eh? You try all the greases, the lubricants under the sun, and a little bit of bloody palm water, whatever fermented water next to the road. That works the best. So there we have it. Good times. This is the end of my little dirt roads. I've got about 25 kilometers of this road. At least there's a bit of space for me. I think how they work here with their eateries is specific places will only sell breakfasts, so they only open up in the morning, and then other places will sell dinners, so they'll only be open up in the evenings. And maybe they fast during the day, so there isn't a lot of places that are open in general, so that's why it's a bit difficult to find food. Then there is places open, but it's not a type of food that I would particularly want to eat. Yeah, I found these little breads, rotis, strawberry and coconut and chocolate. So let's see what that is. It's just a sweet bun with some filling, and in this case chocolate. Another bridge that I'm going to be crossing in about 5 kilometers or so. But it's also the only way is on this road. You can go back in, but then you have to come all the way back up again. Ah, Western food. Ah, but we closed. Those two monitor lizards are fighting. Those two lizards fighting right next to the highway. I've already seen one being flattened. There's that second bridge. Alright, so this is where I'll be sleeping tonight, and this is my planned route to go through that town. So I'm going to see if I can continue on this main road, and then I'll try cross over into this small road over here, and then it looks like there's a trail that goes through this mangrove area. So I'm going to see if I can get onto that, and hopefully it goes through, and then follow that road up to my accommodation where I'll be staying tonight. Alright, let's go see if we can take a detour. This is their national route, and the only way to get on it is via a toll gate. That's obviously a road that I do not want to be on at any costs. Well, it looks like there's a bridge coming up. Oh no, it's just opposite that bridge. Alright, here's the bridge. Let's hope I'm able to go left. It does look like I'm able to pass through. I'll be extremely happy if I'm able to bypass that whole entire town, and especially going on such a fantastic road. That will be such a nice way to end the day. Yeah. I'll have it out, yeah. Got the lack of palm trees, my old friends, peace and quiet, no engines, just the insects and the birds chirping. Even that tricky pedal of mine is still gone. Just see the odd farmer busy working in the plantation. Yeah, it is a massive contrast. On one side you got that chaotic highway, and then on this side you just got this this lovely greenery. Yeah, it's it is a massive contrast, but sadly you can't have this all the time. You have to head back to the road. It looks like I won't be passing through that mangrove forest. It looks like it to me on the map that it's on the other side of this plantation, and I'm just going to continue on with this road. It does seem like it's going to link up on a main road, so that's fine. I'll just stick to it. It is pretty lacquer, so I'll just go with it. This guy, he's got his boat with him. There's a mangrove forest in the distance. Well, I am getting to see a little bit of the mangroves. Alright, so I actually made it to the Tar Road. That light blue line, that was my track that recorded. So what I've done is I've actually gone and looked for that road, and followed it now into that mangrove forest. So I want to go see how it looks like inside there. So we've got some natural toll keepers there in front. They probably just want a banana. Hey, you little monkey! Yeah, check it in, jump. Yeah, these monkeys are scared of humans. These are proper wild monkeys. They're not those temple monkeys that demand stuff from you and end up raiding everything. Well, I've reached my turnaround point. It was quite like going through there. I was just on that side over there, going down. So I'm happy that I did come around and go through that little short section of the mangrove forest. And we got a guy busy fishing. Nice cast. Mangrove forests are insane. The only way you're getting through them is by being a monkey and swinging across the branches. And the way we do it is we take a dump truck full of landfill and we slowly create a road through it. Seems like all this garbage is coming from that little river there. I found the rarest animal in Malaysia, the elusive jungle dog. Dogs are rare here compared to Thailand. There in Thailand, dogs around every corner. I actually miss them. Yeah, there's hardly any. I think the traffic is just too brutal that they can't survive. We do have their dogs, yeah. They're just called monitor lizards. The thing with these monitor lizards is they're a little bit different. They're not like the dogs where they chase you. These monitor lizards, they just chill there. You know, I've seen them chilling on rocks, on pipes, on little walls next to the gullies. And when I turn around and pull out my phone to take some videos of them, they bolt like as if I pulled out a 50 caliber sniper rifle. I'm just a couple of kilometers away from my accommodation and it cost about 220 Rand. I didn't read all of the reviews in that, I just saw it was a place on my route. So I just booked it. Looks like it's got a private room and a private bathroom. So we'll see what I get when I reach it. It's 4:45 and I've already done 110 kilometers for today. And yeah, it's been one of those days. It's one of those love-hate days, you know. Got a mix and match of everything. There it is. Let's go see how it looks. Let's go see how it looks. Alright, let's check it out. Got a lacquer white bed, white sheets, super soft. And bicycle can fit in here. It's got a nice drying rack, a kettle, almighty aircon, and yeah, it's got a proper size bathroom toilet. Hey, now look at this thing. 220 bucks for this thing. Now it makes no sense why other places charge an insane amount for half the quality. It's like, you know, it's weird, yeah, you know, you get these insanely brutal, toxic, chaotic roads, and then you get these beautiful, tranquil back roads. You know, it's such a mix and match of everything, eh? It's like, you don't know what the day's gonna hold, you know, it's gonna be chaotic, it's gonna be beautiful, it's intense. Check out what they got right next to your bed. A wall socket. And it takes any type of cell phone charger, 2-point plug. And it's got a USB type A and a type C. Winner chicken dinner. This country's got no standards. There's no, you know, like one way is how we do it. You know, they got all these mixed things. You know, going to this state now and I need to pay an extra service fee for the accommodation, but it was like 12 Rand, and I was like, sure. And look at this place, it's so nice, I don't mind paying that. And then you get other places where you get a complete slum and you pay like 350 bucks for it. Yeah, and it's just a mixture of everything. Like, there are some good food places, but they do come with a cost. And then just for the majority of it, it's just garbage food, to be honest. It looks like it's just been thrown together, and you know, that's what you get. And yeah, that's I think that's now showing with all the different religious groups and different cultures, and yeah, also just the diversity that the country comes with. You know, it's got a mixture of all of its chaos and all of its beautiful tranquil areas. You know, it's just a spaghetti mix of everything. The first order of business is to wash all of this clothes of mine. Everything. It is all fraught. Sweaty and dirty. I haven't washed it in 2 days. Well, this is the third day actually. And now I've finally got a proper opportunity to clean it all. Well, even the old steed had a nice wash down.